Turning now to your community focus, from investigating cold cases and homicides to holding the powerful accountable, there's always a lot to discuss with Attorney General Peter Neronha. He joins me now live in studio for our monthly conversation. Great to have you here.
Same. Good to be with you, Kim.
So loyal viewers might know I do a series on cold cases, so I want to start with this. You're looking to create a cold case unit. Where does that effort stand? Yeah,
look, we need funding to do that. You know, our prosecutors are handling 250 cases each. Current cases, so it's hard for them to go back. You really need a devoted unit. The governor's level funded my agency's budget for the last 2 years. We really need funding. My hope is that the General Assembly will see the wisdom in this. There are families waiting for answers. We can provide them. We just need the resources to be able to do that. And look, you know, as I said, you know, we're handling so many cases, way more than we used to handle back when I was a line prosecutor. We need the resources to do it well.
How much money are we talking about?
You know, I can't really say. You know, I think we really need 2 prosecutors and 2 investigators. You know, these are mostly Providence-based cases. These aren't state police cases, as some have said. So it's really just a matter of getting the dedicated lawyers and prosecutors to be able to focus on these old cases. We just have too many current ones to be able to spare those resources.
All right, well, we will wait to see what the General Assembly does with their proposed budget. We've reported a bit on what the DEM is calling a process failure at the Woonsocket wastewater treatment plant. Basically, some untreated sewage is being dumped into the Blackstone River. Is your office investigating this? Can you do anything about it?
Yeah, so we're a law firm. You know, we're not a firm of technical experts, so I don't have the scientists to go out and be able to analyze effluent or what's coming out of the plant. But what I can do is try to get answers about why that's happening in my role as a lawyer by sending requests for documents. I will say this. The office is prepared to act. I expect that we'll be acting very soon. We've got enough to do what I think we need to do to protect the residents of the state of Rhode Island. So what I would say to your viewers is stay tuned. They can expect action from my office very shortly.
In coming weeks, months?
Oh, I think sooner than that, Kim. I think it's frankly, it's imminent.
Okay. We know your office is assisting Little Compton police on a homicide investigation dating back to October. Police there have been extremely tight-lipped about the details of this case. Can you say, are you investigating this as a murder?
Yeah, look, I think, you know, certainly it is a case where there was a death involved, and the circumstances of that death require additional investigation by the office. Of course, we can't speak about it, you know, while that's pending, in fairness to everyone involved. But obviously, we take every instance like this seriously. We have, you know, terrific attorneys working on it. And so when we get to the bottom of it, we'll let the public know what we found.
I want to ask you to put on your former U.S. Attorney hat. My colleagues Steph Machado and Eli Sherman found that dozens of Providence students with special needs are not getting the services they're required to get by law. Do you think this exposes the district to potential litigation?
Well, potentially the state, remember, because you know, the state has taken it over, and I think, you know, some real questions have to be asked, you know, with the leadership, you know, how this was able to develop. You know, I think if you're asking me through my U.S. Attorney lens, you know, what immediately comes to mind is, have the civil rights of these children been violated, and will the federal government get involved? I mean, I think that's something that people who are running that school system, again, the state and leadership in the state ought to be thinking about. You know, we represent the state in situations where I feel it's appropriate for me to defend the state. I don't want to be in a situation where I'm defending a lawsuit like this. And so my advice, if I were to be asked, was to do whatever it takes to resolve that problem as quickly as possible. The reporting was great. We know what happened there. Now the state needs to do something about it.
So if it comes down to it and a lawsuit is filed, you're saying you wouldn't defend the state?
I'm not saying that, Kim. What I'm saying is I don't want to be in a position where we have to defend a lawsuit. You know, this is about leadership and getting that problem solved. And again, what I'd be concerned about is not a suit against the state on behalf of the children. I'd be concerned about a federal investigation that these civil rights of these children have been violated. That's what I'd be concerned about. And so I'd be moving, you know, as fast as I could to try to fix it.
I want to ask you about Daniel Dolan, the verdict there. This is the first time we've had you on the floor since the jury found him, that Pawtucket police officer, not guilty in that shooting in West Warwick. What was your reaction to that verdict?
Surprised, frankly. You know, it was not the outcome I expected. You know, we felt like that case was a strong one for the state. You know, I feel badly for the family. You know, I met with them. You know, the victim in that case, really fine young man. He's going to have a great future. You know, we talked for a long time, for about an hour. You know, he's really discouraged by what happened. He feels like justice wasn't done. You know, I'm never someone who's going to criticize a jury. You know, I've been around a long time. I've been surprised before, but yeah, my reaction was surprise, frankly.
What do you think this does? Do you think it sets a precedent for how cases involving police officers are handled?
Yeah, I don't think it sets a precedent. I think what it does show, though, is how difficult it is, frankly, to convict a police officer. Remember, sometimes we go to the grand jury. We've had conversations about that. And sometimes the grand jury doesn't indict, and sometimes the perception is, well, you know, the prosecutors are somehow covering it up. I think what's the only silver lining for me is that this case demonstrated, frankly, how capable the lawyers in the office are, and that everything played out in public. So the public got to see. They got to see all the evidence, and they can make their own determination as to whether justice was done. But I'll never criticize a jury. All I'll say is that I was surprised.
And in a similar vein, just quickly before I let you go, a Providence police officer, Jerry Q, has been suspended after some allegations of inappropriate conduct that he had with a Providence resident while on duty. Your office, I understand, is assisting in this investigation as well. Can you shed any more light on this?
I can't, Kim. It's just, unfortunately, it's just another situation added on, you know, to the many, many others that the office is handling. When we're in a position to talk about it, I'll be sure to do so.
All right, that is all the time that we have. Attorney General Peter Neronha, always great to have you.
Thanks, Kim. Great to be with you as always.